It is a clear, bright morning as Dr. Just-in-Time happily prepares for his morning at Just-in-Time Family Practice. He pulls out his smartphone and uses his handy app to look at his daily schedule. According to his schedule, he has a full day of new patients to see, which will surely result in a full lab workup for each patient. As he reflects on his day ahead, his cheery mood and positive disposition takes a nosedive. He is not looking forward to ordering labs using his existing workflow. You see, the doctor is very frustrated with the current next-gen EHR workflow for creating lab orders. It is both time-consuming and cumbersome selecting and submitting a successful lab order. Following several attempts at locating the lab test for his preferred lab vendor, and not to mention the numerous and unnecessary mouse clicks, he is brought to a boiling point when he discovers that the lab vendor doesn't offer the test he needs to order for his patient. He has to admit there are days he would like to pull out his cannon and destroy the computer. As Dr. Just-in-Time steps off the rickety elevator, his energetic charge nurse, Mary Jones, flies around the corner. Unable to keep her composure, she anxiously announces,
Doctor, here is the news. We've got a full day of workup blues.
The doctor and Mary walk in tandem, vigorously down the hallway into his office. He forcefully slams his briefcase and laptop onto the desk. His laptop slides across the desk, barely missing the floor. He finally gathers his bearings, opens his computer, and glares at his schedule. He cannot help but reflect on how it used to be. He smiles as he recalls how easy it once was to simply write up a lab order on a paper requisition, hand it to the patient, and receive the results in a day or two. No issues, no worries, and definitely zero computer clicks. Oh, how he wishes he could just stop using his EHR to order his lab work for patients. It sure would be less of a hassle. All of a sudden, Dr. Time jumps up from his chair, knocking over his opened water bottle, spilling it all over Nurse Jones as he yells,
Let's just use the paper requisition to order the lab work. It will be easier and it will save us the frustration of 5,000 clicks and 100 unmapped lab alerts.
As Nurse Mary hears Dr. Time's terrible revelation, her mind begins to swarm with vivid flashbacks of the old days. She starts to think about the slow, drawn-out process of handwriting the patient's demographics information and billing data on a paper lab requisition. All of the worrisome questions begin to resurface. Will the lab vendor properly input the orders? What if the lab result values are abnormal? How quickly will we be able to notify the patient? Will we receive the lab results in a timely manner by fax? Once the lab results are faxed, who will scan them into the patient's charts? Will we meet meaningful use if we order labs on paper requisitions? Nurse Mary's fear and stress are overwhelming. Dr. Time notices the look of frustration on Mary's face as he asks her,
Mary, is there a problem?
Just as Mary turns to answer his question, the phone rings.
Thank you for calling Just-in-Time Family Practice. How may I help you?
On the phone is a mild-mannered systems analyst named Chris Moore. He works at the Tenet corporate office and is calling to notify the doctor and his staff about a new user-friendly dynamic lab template which was just purchased for the practices. Chris explains that this new template will allow the provider to order the exact lab tests based on customized panels designed for each lab vendor. This will allow the doctor to order labs without getting all those endless and annoying lab mapping errors. The dynamic lab template is ideal for ordering labs on those patients who require a full workup. The innovative design will decrease the amount of clicks by conveniently grouping AOEs in the same template where labs are ordered. This means no more clicking into My Plan to place a lab order. As Chris Moore excitingly describes the template, the more eager the staff and doctor become. The staff is eager to start using this new dynamic lab template as it will reduce their time spent ordering labs and working the Rosetta holding tank. This news brings joy and smiles to the staff. They feel like front runners. The thought of being able to spend more time doing patient care and less time dealing with lab ordering issues, the staff gets more and more excited. Nurse Jones could not help but think about the bonus she will get. Go figure, they meet meaningful use measures, they get their incentive payment, nurse gets bonus. What could be better? Dollars in the pockets for everyone. The new dynamic lab template is the solution for all these issues. No more lab mapping alerts, no more time being wasted while searching for the lab tests that no one can seem to find. No more paper lab requisitions. No more scanning paper lab orders or results into next-gen ICS. No more lab results landing in the holding tank because labs were ordered on paper. No more searching through the holding tank to find results. Dr. Time can no longer hold back his excitement after hearing this incredible news. He interrupts as he declares,
Sign me up.
The whole office begins to cheer.
Finally! A tool to make our overall workflow easier!
They exclaim. Little does Dr. Time know, this new dynamic lab template had already been rolled out throughout the entire NextGen enterprise, and the only thing needed is training the staff. Dr. Time was over the moon. Based on his reaction, you would have thought it was Christmas. Dr. Time threw the phone to Nurse Mary Jones to get the details for the training. Nurse Jones clumsily catches the phone midair and quickly puts the phone to her ear.
Hello! Hello! I'm here!
After being on hold a few minutes, Chris Moore returns to the phone to give them the exciting news that there is a NextGen trainer who is available today. You can hear exhilaration in Nurse Jones' voice as she delivers the news to the doctor and other staff. Not only will they discontinue the use of the old antiquated process of using the paper lab requisitions, they can be trained today on one of their busiest days to use the new dynamic lab template. The tenant corporate trainer, Mel Powell, arrives to a cheering staff.
Yay!
He is welcomed with open arms to the back office with smiles, balloons, and cookies. He is forcefully placed into a seat and the laptop is slid in front of him.
Wow, what a welcome.
He exclaims. Everyone enthusiastically and successfully completes their training. Dr. Justin Time and Nurse Mary Jones are completely satisfied with this new innovative template design. Corporate trainer Mel Powell receives accolades for his excellent training, including a personal thank you note from the doctor and his staff. All is now well at Just in Time Family Practice.